Hi, do you know the one skill that can change your career? That is the most important skill to manage, no matter what business you're in? That skill is public speaking. And I'm so glad that you're here and I would like to share some tips with you about public speaking. Because no matter what, my name is June, and I welcome you to my page, Just Understand New Education. And my field of speciality is how education is changing, how knowledge is changing, how businesses are changing due to technological development. So what you could get through with before, earlier, you could have your diploma, and your diploma told your skills, and then you could get a job, and you could have a career the rest of your life based on the skills that you learned in your education system. That is no longer the case, because knowledge is now something that is abundant. Everybody can get knowledge because of the internet, because of the digital revolution, if you know how to get it, if you know how to access it. And that is what I am sharing here on Just Understand New Education. But it's not enough to have the knowledge. You have to be able to communicate the knowledge that you have, so that people not only will listen to you, but that they also will understand what you're saying. And when you give presentations, when you do public speaking, you stand out from the crowd. You market yourself and you show your knowledge and what you're worth. And because when you have the confidence to do that, people see you and you have something called the stage effect. You get credibility, you get trust, you get new jobs, you get new engagements, you get positions because you stand out, you stand up, you show leadership, and you show confidence in your skills. And people can evaluate you because you dare to stand up. But getting public speaking skills can be difficult, and many people fear it. It's one of the most feared things people can do. It stands out as number one fear that people have, because people are afraid that they will look stupid, that they will feel that they will show that they don't know, or that they don't give a good presentation. That is why I am happy to share 5 tips that will help you in public speaking. One of them is practice. Practice and more practice. Because public speaking is a skill just like running or being a chef or swimming. You have to practice. Every master was once a disaster. And if you don't start and practice public speaking, you will never be good at public speaking. So that is why you have to rehearse all the time. And you can rehearse a lot in front of the mirror, or you can rehearse to your family or friends or your children or your dog. It doesn't really matter. It's just that you get used to the practice of speaking. And also, you need to listen to your audience, because it doesn't matter if you think you have a very good message and your audience is not interested. So that is why you have to take your audience into account. So when you do public speaking, you need to watch your audience, you need to listen to them, you need to get your feedback from the audience. So it's like a dance, public speaking. The speaker dances with the audience. And sometimes you're a good dancer, and sometimes you're a poor dancer, sometimes your partner is too interested, and sometimes your partner is very interested. And sometimes you need to engage your partner. And a good way to judge your public speaking is tip number 3 that I want to share with you today. And that is, now that we all have access to digital tools, most of us have a phone like this, and in this you can record your speaking. So you can record it and watch it, because all of us do some things that can be annoying when we do public speaking. Sometimes, you touch your nose, or you touch your hair, or you goes a lot of and when you have those things when you do public speaking, That can be annoying to the audience. But if you record yourself and watch yourself, do you talk too fast? Do you talk too slow? Are you clear about your points? Do you repeat yourself a lot? Then you can see it on your phone, and you can judge yourself as an audience to your own public speaking. And that helps a lot when you practice and get really good at public speaking. And also, you have to be honest with yourself when you do public speaking. Because when you go up there, you do something extra. You stand out in front of the crowd. So you have to go that extra mile for your audience. You have to think that I am really giving something to your audience. And your audience, they will feel it. If you are going on stage and just giving a presentation, they will get bored and they will notice. If you go there with passion, with empathy, with that you really want to give something to your audience, that you're passionate about what you're talking about, and you remember that the audience is actually the most important person in the room, not you, but they are the most important. The audience will feel it, and they will love you for it. They will really like you. And the fifth and the last thing is maybe obvious. That is, you have to know your subject. So when you're talking about something, it really means that you have to do research. You have to get the knowledge. You have to search the internet. You have to know what you're talking about. Like I talk about education, and I don't have the time to talk so much about it now, but that is a field that I know really well. I work it, I research it, I worked with it for a lot of years, and I give a lot of talks about it. So when I talk about education, I know what I'm talking about. And that is the same when I talk about public speaking. I know public speaking. I've done a lot of seminars learning to do public speaking. I do a lot of public speaking. And I always try to improve my public speaking. I am not perfect, but I'm on the way, and I keep improving all the time, always looking for new tips and tricks to be a better public speaker. And so can you. So I am happy to share my tips and tricks with you. I'm happy to share my experience with you. And if you want to join me, you can join our membership site, and I will share more tips and tricks about public speaking. So thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope you learned something. I hope you found it useful and worth looking at. Thank you.